In today's video, we're doing our first semi-final of our community roulette tournament. We've got two roulette strategies trying to make it into the final. We've got Bazinga by Electric Cap, and we've got Bang Bosch by Potato Head 47. I like the look of both of these. I think they're both great strategies to play, so I'm quite happy that they're in the semi-final and one of them will be in the final. We're going to go with the highest score from the qualifying rounds. Well, no, I was actually going to say the knockout stages, but the answer is the same. It was Bang Bosch. He was top of the leaderboard and he got the highest score in the knockout stages. I have the bet saved. You guys know how this works. The semi-final, we're doing 20 spins. Let me get the bet on. $38 bet. Let me get my stats open. Yeah, so the knockout stages or the semi-final is 20 spins. In the final, we'll do 37 against 37. So we've done quarterfinals 20, semi-finals 20, and then for the big one, we'll do 37 spins. For anybody that hasn't seen Bang Bosch, I will explain how it works. This is the best performer so far and one of the most simple. So it's set up $15 top column, $15 middle column, $2 on four corners. And the four corners, you could technically choose any corners you want, but set it up in this way so that they don't overlap and you have jackpot numbers. So we've got 1620 and 1721, those corners covered, which obviously makes 17 and 20 are jackpot numbers. And then we've got 2529 and 2630. Just wanted to show you where the ball lands. Just repeat the bet. So that makes our 17 and 20 and 26 and 29 our jackpot numbers. We're going to win the most money there because we've got two corners and the column bet covered. We also have very good winning numbers, which is 18, 21, 27 and 30, which cover that touch one corner bet plus a column. And then with this setup, everything in the bottom column and the zero is a loser. We just hit a very good one. That was a $38 bet and it returned $63. So doing well so far. I was trying to explain. Oh, yes. So bottom column and zero are losers, but 16, 19, 25 and 28 are partial losers. So we're not going to lose our entire $38 if 16, 19, 25 and 28 lose. We're going to lose $20. Any loser, we increase by a unit. And the progression is reset in session profit, which is quite aggressive. There we go. We're going to do that now. So we've hit a loser. So we repeat the bet and add a unit. So now we are on $76 bets. This is potentially one thing I would maybe change with the Bang Bosch is, or maybe I'm just being too safe. It's quite common in this roulette tournament, and I think it's the best way to do it is D'Alembert, like step in, go up and down. But I'm not sure if the numbers, we just hit another loser, but it's a partial loser. But I'm not sure if the numbers allow you to do that with this strategy. Let's repeat the bet and add a unit. Potato Head 47 has said, reset your bets when you're in session profit. So we basically need to get back to $39 in profit. Now, I have said multiple times, and I'll say it again, if we're close to session profit, I will reset. What is close? I don't know. It depends on, obviously, the size of the bets and how far away we are. So we're going to need probably at least 2 wins here or jackpot numbers to get back to where we were. Just go into those stats. We were $39 down. Now we're $18 down. So we basically won $20 there. There was $21, wasn't it? Because on the base bet, 15, 15, 2, 2, 2, 2, it's $7 profit for any regular win. And we're on level 3. So 3 times 7, 21. There we go. Jackpot number. We're going to fly. This one seems to do that quite often. Session profit, reset. So I'm talking about maybe leveling out as you win. But then at the same time, we've seen it time and time again with a strategy. You sort of just stay in there and then you hit a big number. And there are 4 jackpot numbers and 4 good numbers. So there are 8 like really good numbers. So maybe that is the point of it. Maybe that's the idea, is to not reset too early and just try and stay in there ready for your big one. So lose a repeat, add a unit. What I'm trying to say is, if I had my strategic calculated hat on, I might look at this and go, right, after a win or after 2 wins, drop a level, go back from $76 to $38 bet. But that's not the rule. The rule is to get back to or higher than you previously were and then reset. We've just hit another jackpot number. Okay, now we can reset. Now, what's the next one? Bazinga. I like that, and that is a strategic one, but it only got through with $50 last time. So it's a much more steady win, which might be its hindrance in this 20 spin session. I don't know if it can make a lot of money in 20 spins. It can make good money, but I don't know if it can make enough to go through to the final. But this is what we're trying to work out, isn't it? This is why I set this roulette tournament up. I'm looking for strategies that can withhold, that can play for a reasonable amount of time, like 37 spins. It's going to take you about 20 minutes. So something that you can play for 20 minutes without going bust. So it's not super aggressive, but also something that you can come to the table. I mean, in 10 spins, we've made $166, which is quite a lot. In fact, that's very good. To be fair, we've hit 2 jackpot numbers, which is unusual. So when it comes to strategies that can be played a long time and a short time, I think this Bing Bang Bosch fits the bill. I was going to say perfectly. I don't think there is a perfect roulette strategy. I mean, obviously none of them are guaranteed to win, so you could say that makes them not perfect, but it does consider quite a lot. You can get in, you can win a reasonable amount of money pretty fast, but you can also stay and play for a while. Get some comp points, get your wagering up for our wagering leaderboard. I'm going to have to tell you about the wagering leaderboard because I haven't really told people, and it's a big one. So in our wagering leaderboard, because we hit 60,000 subscribers, if you are in the top 60, you will receive $60 at the end of the month. It's going to cost me quite a lot of money. This month, I'm paying out the $1,000 for the tournament winner. I'm paying out, obviously, the standard $3,000 leaderboard and the additional $60 for 60 people. So quite an expensive month, but I'm trying to give back to the community as best that I can. $36 works. And we repeat the bet. Just need to check my phone. I think someone's at the door. Obviously don't want to stop this session. My wife has ordered about 1,000 things to get delivered today and then left the house. So it's up to me to make sure they get delivered. All right. So we are obviously on the lucky side for 2 reasons. Let's go into these stats. We have 24 winners, and which leaves us 13 losers. So we should win twice as many as we lose. So for example, this number here being 3, our wins should be 6. 6 is obviously twice as much as 3. We're almost 4 times more than our losses, which is too much. Oh, we've hit a good one as well. So, and another reason why we're obviously on the lucky side is the amount of very good wins we've had. So, like I said, there's only 8 there's 4 jackpots and there's 4 very good. We have hit 20, 29, and I think, have we hit 18? Yeah, we've hit 18 and we've hit 21. So we've had those extra wins 4 times already. We'll take it. This is the power of a good roulette strategy. Make the most of your luck. This is going to be... I don't know if Bazinga can beat this. Even if Bazinga gets outrageously lucky, I'm not sure Bazinga can beat this. Well, we've still got 4 spins left yet, so if we lose the next 4, it might give it more of a competition. But this, so far, this has played 3 times, 3 sessions, and done very, very well all 3 times. Okay, 3 spins left. So I think, if my maths is right, it's 38, 76, 100. Yeah, so it's going to finish in the green. If it loses the next 3, which would be very unlucky, its score won't be great, but it will still be in the green. Sort of want to see... I kind of want this score to be a bit lower to give Bazinga a bit of a chance. I do like this Bazinga strategy. You'll have to stay with me and watch this Bazinga strategy. Very, very well thought out. 2 more spins. I mean, I'm glad that I'm playing this sort of strategy that makes the most of winning streaks. If you were playing a bit of a safer strategy, you would not be making $240 despite being on a massive winning streak. The most that we were down was $39, and I think we were on $100 and something bet, weren't we? Right, we've hit a loser. So we're going to repeat the bet and add a unit for our last spin. $76 bet. So if this loses, that's a more reasonable score for Bazinga to beat. If it wins, I think this is basically guaranteed to go through. Although Bazinga is very good, don't think it's aggressive enough to make $200 in 20 spins, but we'll see. Oh, all right. So it did really well, and then the last 2 spins, it put it in a bit of trouble. So we are finishing on $126 in profit. Still a good score. Definitely a good score. I will go put this money in the vault. I might come back in a little bit because I need to check out these deliveries, and then we will go and play Bazinga. See you soon, guys. All right, time for Bazinga. What's really interesting is we got out of Bang Bosch just in time. If we have a look at these numbers, so we hit that loser and that loser. Let's turn this down. Someone cleaning in the background. We hit that loser, and then the next 2 were losers as well. Fortunately, we got out of there. Our 20 spins stopped us out. We'd be at big bets. Anyway, it's time for Bazinga by Electric Cap. 25 would have been a loser as well. It would have been a small loser, but it would have been a loser. I'm trying to find my notes for Bazinga. I think I know it anyway, so I'm just going to get it on the table. Bazinga base. I'll talk you through it. Where's my notes for Bazinga? Here we go. Yeah, Electric Cap. So, it's a $15 starting bet. Oh, I need to get my stats open. Where? Sorry, guys. I wrote down how much money we just made on Bang Bosch as well. Right, we lost that. Repeat. Get Bazinga recovery. Did we make $126? I was only away from the table for about 3 seconds. I think we just made $126 on Bang Bosch. Anyway, I can go back and have a look. So it's not a complete disaster if I can't figure it out or if I can't remember. I'll explain this Bazinga in a minute. Now I'm back at the table, hopefully in the right zone. Okay. So what we're doing is, because we're on a losing streak now, we're repeating the bet and we're adding a Bazinga recovery. Let me just zoom in here for you. The Bazinga recovery doesn't touch the original Bazinga, but it adds 7, 6, 7. Okay? So this is your base bet. $3 on those 4 corners and then the split. And then the Bazinga recovery, once you miss this, you start adding 7, 6, 7 every time you lose. Then when you win in the middle dozen, you start going back. You will see exactly what I mean. So there's a win. That's a $55 bet. Returned 111. Now what's interesting about this is we're not resetting in session profit. We're just coming down a level. So we're back on that $35 bet. And now instead of being 14, 12, 14, we're on 7, 6, 14 with that Bazinga base bet. There is an outcome, there is a circumstance that might happen where we hit 10, 11, 12, 25, 26, 27. If we hit those, we need to hit them twice before resetting. That's another nice one. Come down a level, which is essentially base bet. Bazinga base. Let me just zoom into Bazinga base for you. So we've got $3 on these 4 corners and then $3 on the 1720. So similar to how in Bang Bosch 17 and 20 were jackpot numbers, 17 and 20 are jackpot numbers here. Did I write down how much money Bang Bosch just won? I think it was 126, but I actually can't remember. Okay. Repeat. So it looks like this. You don't touch your base bet. You add that recovery, which is another $20. So it's a $15 bet. Now it goes for a $35 bet. See, 7 plus 6 plus 7 is $20. So you're adding $20 on that way. What's really interesting and really well thought out about this strategy is that not only are you getting extra money on the table, but you are also increasing your probabilities of winning. Now, that's not gambler's fallacy. I'm not just saying, oh yeah, we lost the last one, so we've got more chance of winning the next one. No. What I'm saying is our winning numbers have increased. When we have that Bazinga base bet, we have all the middle dozen that win. So that's 12 numbers. When we add the recovery, 10, 11, 12, 25, 26, and 27 also become winning numbers. So you go from 12 winning numbers and then have 18 winning numbers. Now, admittedly, 10, 11, 12, 25, 26, and 27 are not big wins, but they are wins, which is obviously better than being losers. Okay, 16 is a winner, so we're going to come down that level. We're going to reduce this bet by $20, which is 1 Bazinga base, 1 Bazinga recovery. Total bet $35. So this one crept into the semi-finals. It was against My Neighbours Are Cool. It made $50 profit, which is obviously good. Profit is profit, as they say. I didn't think that would be enough to get it through to the semi-finals, but fortunately for it, Mr. Cool went on a losing streak right at the end, and which obviously made it go through to the semi-finals. Now it's got a big score to beat. I can't remember how much it is. There's no way of me actually, until the video's finished and I can watch what happens. I've got the number 126 written down here. Now, I don't know if that's from another session. I don't think it is. I think that's from the last session. So it was at 200 and something. Then it hit the past two losers. I'm in my head. It's 126. Right, we've hit a winner there. So remember, this one is not resetting session profits. I think, yeah, we are in session profit, but we're not resetting in session profit. We are climbing down the ladder. So we are at a $35 bet. This time we've got 18 numbers covered. And 0 is not one of them. So repeat, add that Bazinga recovery. What a couple of people mentioned in the comment section, which is absolutely true, and I'll just clarify here, as these progressions increase, so at the moment, 17 and 20 are our jackpot numbers, but as we're adding 7, 6, 7, obviously this 6 line gets bigger than this middle 6 line, so eventually, hopefully we never get there, but 14 and 23 actually become bigger wins, because that 6 line is bigger than the middle 6 line. Does that make sense? Oh, I thought we were going to go into 23 then. All right. Let's see how this recovery can do. So repeat. Add a unit. So we're only adding $20 each time we lose, which I like. So we're on a $75 bet. Lose this, $95 bet. Obviously, our bankroll can get away from us. If we lose 4 or 5 in a row, it's going to be very, very tough. But what I do like is you layer out. So if we are at $95 bet, at least if I hit the next one, if I hit a winner, then the next one is only $75. Whereas obviously Bang Bosch, you're at that level until you get into session profit. Okay, $75 bet, returned 153. So that was 21 on the recovery. So now we have to go to 14. So I've taken away 7, 6, 7. And we're at that $55 bet. Have we hit any jackpot numbers? 14, 17, 20, and 23 are our best numbers. I think he's going to need to hit one of those to have a chance. Oh, it was right next to 14. Okay, repeat. Add a recovery. We haven't really got into the flow of things, have we? Very erratic graph. Now, sometimes we're covering 12 numbers, sometimes we're covering 18 numbers. I think for the almost, with the exception of the first spin, I think we've always been covering, I think we've always been covering 18 numbers. So we're on the unlucky side here for sure. Let's repeat. Get that recovery bet on. This is our highest bet so far, $95. It could do with hitting a big one here. It could do with hitting 14, 17, 20, or 23. I haven't got my notes from the qualifier, but I'm trying to think if he said reset if you hit a jackpot number. Am I making it up? I played so many strategies. Oh dear. We've only got 5 spins left. This is going to need some jackpot numbers. Let's have a look at these numbers. So that was that was a win. Loser, loser, win. Loser, loser, loser. When you've got half the board covered, you can't win 1, lose 3. You're not going to do very well. Right next to 17. We're right next to these big ones. They're just not landing. Repeat. Add a unit. Oh, it's terrible to see the Bazinga do this, but what can you do when you've got 50% of the board covered or 48.6% of the board covered and your stats look like that? And you've only got 20 spins. 4 more spins left. I hope it doesn't go completely bust. If we can hit a jackpot number, we might have a kind of chance. I don't think it's completely out of it yet. Here we go. Okay, not enough. Right, what were we on there? 100 to 42. Let me just get this back on. Another one. So I'm on 35, 30, 35. I think it's at this level where 14 and 23 are actually better than 17 or 20. We'll take any. We'll take 17 and 20. Nice to see it spike up, and obviously we can reduce our bet rather than adding on to our bet. Oh, well, that was going to go into 14, which would have put it game on. Repeat. Add the recovery. So we're back at that level. So, guys, obviously you might want to step in at this point. If you're kind of close, you might not want 100. Where have I gone? You might not want $135 on the table. This is the progression. You do have a fair amount of progressions with this strategy. But when your stats are this bad, there's not much you can do. Go on. Oh, no. It was in 14. Then it was in 20. And then it went into number 1. Oh, no. Right. It can't win. This is its last spin. I just wanted to see it on a nice score. $155 bet. Those stats are horrific. We should be basically on 10 wins, 10 losses, which is obviously not going to happen. It's a shame to see Bazinga go out. I do like this. You'll probably see it again on this channel. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you would change it. But the more I look at it, the more I like it. Obviously, this score is not good at all. It's a bit funny for me to say, I really like this strategy when we just lost $500 in 20 spins. But you're going to lose money when your stats look like that. Anyway, Bazinga, thank you very much, or Electric Cap, thank you very much for introducing the Bazinga to us. Bing Bang Bosch, you are through to the final. Make sure you subscribe to see the next semi-final and then obviously to see the final. Thanks very much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.